Academic renewal is a process that will eliminate substandard grades from being included in the GPA calculation, but there are certain criteria in order for academic renewal to be approved. I'm going to go over how our GPAs are calculated so you have an understanding of that piece, and then I'm going to go over what the renewal is all about. So on a transcript, every course you ever took has a grade symbol. We keep track of the number of units that were attempted. That's how many units that class was worth, how many units were completed or earned after completing the courses. These are the GPA grade points, and then these are the GPA units. So essentially, whenever you get a letter grade here in this column, all letter grades give certain grade points for the GPA calculation. A is 4 points, B is 3, C is 2, and so forth. And the grade points are also multiplied by how many units the class is worth. So for example, in these cases here, this class, a C was earned, and it was a 3-unit class. C is 2 grade points, so 2 grade points times 3 units gave 6 grade points for that particular grade. This C was on a 4-unit class, so 2 grade points times 4 units gives 8 grade points. And so what happens is at the very end of your transcript, all grade points that you've been awarded are totaled up. So we have the big total at the bottom, and those are divided by all the GPA units, which is this column over here. So the total grade points is divided by all the units that are part of the GPA, and that's what gives the overall GPA. So sometimes students repeat a class where they got a D or an F in order to help fix their GPA. So in this case, the student got an F, but then repeated it. It has the little R symbol showing us that it was repeated, and they got a better grade here. So this grade is being used in the GPA calculation. You can see the units completed and then the GPA information. That's what's being included in this overall total. And the original course that was repeated, as you can see, all those details are wiped out. So whenever you repeat a class for a better grade, you don't need to ask for renewal on a class like that because that grade is already being discounted in your GPA. But in this example, the student does still have some other poor grades, D, F, W, and F. And so renewal can be used in the case where maybe a student has changed their major and they don't need to retake those classes anymore. Or, for example, with the case of Math 90, we don't offer that class anymore. So there's no way for that student to repeat that class. So this is the case where you would want to use renewal. And if it's approved, these substandard grades will get a little symbol here that says AR instead of just a regular repeat. It'll say AR, which stands for Academic Renewal, and it will wipe out all those details so that the numbers at the bottom are different and the GPA calculation will go up to a higher GPA because we're eliminating bad grades from the GPA. So in order to qualify for renewal, first of all, it has to be on coursework that you haven't already repeated. The policy does say that there's a max of 24 units that can be included in your renewal. It's only for classes where you got D, F, and FW grades. And the courses that are going to be renewed need to be 24 months in the past or even further back. So they have to be grades that are older on your transcript. And in order to get this approved, you do have to show recent ability, recent better academic ability. So you have to show that within a certain number of units, you have been achieving a higher GPA. This can be on coursework that you recently completed at BBC, or it could be from another regionally accredited school. If you went to another school and got better grades there, we will need a copy of your official transcript in order to approve your renewal. So what will happen is you will fill out the renewal request, putting in all the VVC courses where you got substandard grades, that meet the criteria. You'll sign it and date it and submit it to us. This form goes to the counseling department, and you can submit it to vvcounseling@vvc.edu for it to be processed. And if you have any questions about whether or not you qualify for renewal, please go ahead and email us at that same address, and we'll be happy to help.